A Performance Point dashboard is displayed on a SharePoint page and is made up of several elements. The Quick Launch bar, which allows you to quickly open items in SharePoint lists and libraries. Web parts, which contain reports or scorecards. Page navigation information, which we sometimes call breadcrumbs. A link to help, and filters. This dashboard has a pie chart, an analytic grid, and 2 analytic charts. It also has 2 filters, one for time and one for geography. Each web part is created in a zone. The person who designed the dashboard decided how much space each web part report could occupy. If the web part grows too large for its zone, scroll bars will appear at the side of the web part or at the bottom, or, in some cases, both. The first page of this dashboard has 2 filters, one for time and one for geography. By using these filters, I can zero in on some very specific information and screen out data that does not interest me at the moment. When I click the time filter, 3 of the 4 reports on the page update. Only the pie chart remains unchanged. That tells me that the time filter is connected to the 3 updated reports and that it is not connected to the pie chart. The geography filter allows me to look at results for all regions, to compare specific regions, or to look at specific regions in comparison to all regions. To make my selections, I click the drop-down arrow by the filter, clear the All checkbox, select Europe, and click Apply. This time, the pie chart updated and the sales amount analytic chart updated, but not the analytic grid. Notice that Europe shows up above the pie chart and below the sales amounts analytic chart. That's another clue that these reports are filtered. If I want to compare the results of one region to another, I can reopen my geography filter and select the regions I'm interested in. The reports will then show one set of results for each choice that I made. If I select all regions, my results will look like this. I can now see each of the 3 regions and how they compare to the organization as a whole. Dashboards can have just one page, or they can have multiple pages. This one has 3 pages, which you can tell by looking in the page navigation area. Sales amount, product margins, and top 10 stores. The page you are looking at shows up in solid print. The other 2 show up as hyperlinks. Let's look at the product margins page. This page has 4 reports, a scorecard, a KPI details report, which is connected to the scorecard, a line chart, and an analytic chart. In a Performance Point dashboard, the content in each web part is called a report. Even though people talk about reports and scorecards as though they are separate things, a scorecard is actually a special type of report. Most Performance Point reports are interactive. Any place where you see the little hand symbol is a place where you can click to get more information. On this line chart, for example, you can click the data points to look more deeply at data for that chart. If you want to see further data, you can continue clicking on the data points until you have reached the bottom level. When you are ready to return to your original view, click the Web Part menu and select Reset View. If you click an individual cell in a Performance Point scorecard, the KPI details report will update. The KPI details report gives you information about how that particular KPI is constructed. You can click any cell and see the KPI details report immediately update with information about the new KPI. Any place that you see a plus sign on a Performance Point scorecard or analytic grid is a place where you can click to expand information. If I see more plus signs, I can keep expanding them till I have reached the end. To collapse them again, I click the minus signs. Notice also that if I hover over different data points on a line chart, I can see some high-level information about the data behind those data points. I can click to get further information about a particular year. The information on this bar in the bar chart tells me I'm looking at information about home appliances. I can click that bar to get further information about home appliances. Each web part has its own menu. I can locate the menu by scrolling over the report, locating the drop-down box and clicking it. Notice that there is some difference in the options that are available to me when I click one type of report or another. Each web part has a right-click menu too. Right-click in a report or a scorecard to see what you can do on a particular report. If I right-click a vacant part of the report, I see one set of options. If I click on a line or a bar, I see a different set of options. If I right-click a part of the page where there is no web part, the menu I see is an Internet Explorer menu, not a dashboard menu. Do not use this menu for exporting items to Excel. Instead, use the web part menu. Let's take a look at the last page on the dashboard by clicking the Top 10 Stores link in the page navigation area. This page has 3 reports: a scorecard, an analytic chart, and a web page report. This scorecard is not connected to a KPI details report, and this analytic chart is not interactive. You can tell because the hand symbol does not show up when I scroll across the report. On the other hand, the links in the web page report a page just as I would anywhere else on the internet.